Hi guys, welcome to episode 7. So this week we've had a bit of a disaster. We've lost loads of footage from Monday morning. Now we got to the job and we recorded loads, all about unloading, you know, the hassle of getting there, this and that. We did loads of intros to the job and the week. We've lost all of that. We also recorded loads of segments ready for a midweek video just about that project. So now we're going to have to get creative and record the intro to that project at the end of the project. So yeah, a few more challenges for the world of YouTube. Now we're experiencing what it's like when you get into YouTube and things go very wrong. So it's fair to say, the end of last week when I was taking the footage off to be edited, it was quite shocking to not have it. And when we gave it to Ryan to edit the week and he said there's bits missing, and I dug deeper realizing that we'd lost it all, it was very stressful. So this is week 7. We're starting midday Monday. This is a new project. We're putting solar panels and battery storage on a property near Cardigan. Follow along, see what we get up to. There's going to be more about that project in a dedicated video, so that's quite exciting. That's going to be our first showcase video, all about one project. So stick with us and please subscribe.
Good morning guys, it's bright and early on a Monday morning. I am heading to do a full EICR on property this morning. It's only in the village, so that's why I'm recording before I've even left the yard. Just make sure the electrical installation is safe for the customer. After I've done that, I will be heading to go help Kieran and Jack do a solar installation on rails. I'm not sure how many panels there are, but I will let you know. You'll have some footage of the EICR and some footage of Jack and Kieran today. So, yeah. Hi there guys, I've just finished that EICR this morning. Really nice little property. It's only recently been rewired, like within the last year, so nothing really to comment on. It was spot on. There's one double socket that's just too close to the sink. It's within 300mm from the edge of the sink and everything, so I've just put that down as a C2. I've advised the customer on it and he says he's unsure if he's going to rent it or anything, so he said he's going to rectify it and we'll get that sorted for him. We'll get it off the cert. But other than that, really nice property, really nice and easy to test because it's all looped in at the switch, which is lovely. So easy to test. But yeah, spot on PME system with earth rod. There was a inverter system in the loft, quite an old inverter system, but supply to it was going fine. It was relatively new. Nothing really to comment on. It was a really nice installation, really nice job. Customer was North London, so both talking about the M25 as you do. So I'm now on my way to Jack and Kieran, and they are both working in Cardigan today doing a solar installation, so I am on my way to go give them a hand. Just before lunch I sent them a message to see if they want anything to eat or drink, but yeah, I'll catch up with you then. I'll get some footage in for you and I'll see you then.
So I'm doing a fuse board change today, and the other boys are on PV and an EICR. So I've disconnected the solar board. I'm going to put handley blocks on the tails, I think. I'll keep you updated. So a bit of an update on what I'm doing. I've stripped out all the 2-hole board. So I've put my tails into handley blocks down here, coming up into the board. Beautiful.
Funny.
Good morning. So yesterday was very busy. I ended up getting back and just hitting the office for the afternoon. Boys made a really good start on that job, so they're not going there today. We're having to fit in another job that someone needs us to do around their roofer. So the boys had there this morning. It's an in-roof job in Swansea, so it shouldn't take them long. Well, they've got the day to fit that. I'm going to grab the machine now, pull the panels out ready before they get here. I'm out just before them, and then they'll be ready for them to load in the van. So the panels are over there. I grab the machine now, and it'll save them having to move all the vans when they get here.
Good morning, guys. It's Tuesday morning. I am here on site today, and I am fixing a supply for a caravan. They had a tripping problem just after Christmas time. Sorry. I went out, investigated, found out they were drawing too much current for a standard caravan hookup, which is what they got supplied for, which is just down the side here, which I'm working on currently. Now it is supplied off a 50 amp MCB on a 10mm armoured cable, so the cable coming in has got plenty enough power to supply the caravan if it was to draw more. This little shed here next to me has only got a washing machine in it, very rarely used according to the customer, and then in the summertime there's one more touring caravan that plugs into it, which is on a 16 amp anyway. So when you take diversity into consideration, there's plenty of power there. So what we're going to do is we're taking the 16 out of the equation for the static. We're going to hardwire it and put a 32 amp RCBO in there, so the customers can draw more power for their electric heaters and everything that they need. I am pulling in a new 6mm armoured, put it up into the caravan fuse box and hardwire it in so they can draw more power.
Good evening, guys. Just signing off Tuesday now. Today's been another busy day. I've been out driving around looking at some jobs. I've seen a solar job, quoted a solar job. We heard back from another job today and that one's going ahead. Looks like we've got solar coming out everywhere until the end of April. So that's really exciting. I've spoken to a few companies today about some new vans and a renewal on finance on one of our vans, or possibly getting rid of it. I'm not too sure yet. I might upgrade it because it's 4-year-old. It's coming to the end of its term, and yeah, I think it's time to change it. But it's probably the best van we've got. It's Luke's van. He loves it, the Transit. So I'm not sure. Don't know if I'll be able to persuade him to move from a Transit to a Fiat, but we'll see. Connor and Jack have been out in Swansea today. They've been doing that solar job. So that's really good. They got all the roof done and finished. Tomorrow now I've got some personal appointments. I'm going to be office bound for 3 days with Hannah. So she's got some recovery for the next 3 days. So I'm working remotely tomorrow. And then Thursday, Friday I'll be home in the office. But it's a good excuse to catch up really. Siobhan's going to meet me in the morning for a catch up at a coffee shop, and we can go through all the social media stuff, make sure we've got everything scheduled. So I had another session this afternoon with Jordan from Artisan, because I am doing his trade YouTube mastermind. I think it's a YouTube mastermind course, can't remember what it's called, but that's been really good. Lots and lots of helpful information and he's given us lots of good guides, what works for him, what doesn't, cheat sheets for videos. So yeah, it'll be really interesting to see how they help us launch this channel, but hoping we can get this monetized. We've got some good ideas. Me and Siobhan have been brainstorming of videos we can do for midweeks. So yeah, lots to come. So that's it for Tuesday. Tomorrow morning I'm starting really early. I probably won't swing the camera, but I'll get the boys on it. So catch up with you later in the week. Well, Wednesday's going as well as it can. Boys are on the roof and they're working through the brackets. I've just popped into them this afternoon and had a look. They're getting on okay. I'm heading back down now to see Hannah. I've just been on the laptop working away. Not been in the office, just working remotely. So yeah, closed on another deal. We've got another job to start, so that's really exciting. So there's lots going on behind the scenes. We have booked some training in February now. We're going to go and do our access training, so harnesses and stuff, so everybody can learn how to fit a harness, how to check it for damage, how to use it appropriately, blah 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 blah, all that good stuff. So that's a whole day of training, and then the day after we have a whole day of training for access towers. So of course we've got our own access tower, our own access platform, and or tower scaffolding, as you probably have heard it called, and we've all been using it. You kind of take it for granted, but the more we get into all this and the more I'm putting ourselves online, the more I need to make sure that we're all fully trained to use these things, because if something goes wrong, the first questions are going to be asked are, were they trained to use it, and were they supposed to be using this equipment? So I want to make sure that everybody's trained appropriately. Of course, Siobhan on the social media and myself, we spend a lot of time on site as well, so it's important that we're both trained, so that if we go on site and jump on these things, to have a look at what the boys are doing, that we're appropriately trained. And yeah, it's just a little bit of a rabbit hole really. Of course, to be professional and abide by all the safety standards, we've got to do all these types of training. But just as an example, these 2 days are costing us £1,800 in course fees for the actual course and the certification, and on top of that £1,800, it's 2 days of wages for everybody and loss of earnings for 2 days to do them. So, rough figures, we're probably looking at £4,000, maybe more actually. Basically, our running costs go up, and then what we have to charge goes up. And people might think, oh, it's getting expensive, but that's the cost of being professional. But I'll leave it there for Wednesday. Thursday tomorrow, I've got a busy day. Although I'm at home all day, I have a rep coming to see me, and me and Che have a meeting in the morning. We're going through some business development stuff, continually working on the HR and developing our policies. And then Friday again, home all day, but I've got, I have one meeting with the accountant at midday. Other than that, I'm home all day, so I can really hit the office. I really felt like I caught up today. I've been going through job lists, kind of starting at the bottom, working at the oldest job cards, figuring out why they're there still, what do we need to chase up, what can we book in, and just trying to fill the calendar. But I'm booking in jobs maybe 8-9 weeks in advance now, and it's a long way away when I've got jobs on half and I just need half a day to finish it, but I can't fit it in anywhere. Customers will wait, but of course it's cash flow. Those jobs might owe us a considerable chunk, and it's just half a day to go and fiddle with something, or adjust a setting, or change a switch, and it sounds easy enough, and it's something we could pop in and do, but we're so busy we just don't have the time to pop in. So it's kind of jobs we're booking in, and if the boys do finish anything by any miracle, we can pull them forward. So that's the plan anyway. But yeah, thanks for listening. See you tomorrow.
Day 2 of the project in Aberporth. So Luke and I are back here now. Sadly Connor's somewhere else. We're going to spend the day once again doing what we were on day 1. So pulling up slates, mounting the brackets, grinding the tiles, putting them back. That's pretty much it. We're hoping to get all the roof done today in an ideal world.
I think we'll at least get close if we don't achieve it. So that is the current hope. Luke's definitely, he's pumped. And he can't wait.
Woo! Cool, right, I'll get some tiles in.
So Luke and I have made a bit more progress since you last saw. So we've now got the first 3 rows actually in, mounted and done. We're about to get rails up, which means we've only got 3 rows left, one of which may actually be shorter, so we may find that we're even closer to done. Time is roughly, it's about 12:30, possibly 1:45. So we're making decent time. It's going to take a bit more, obviously, but we're hoping we can at least get, with any luck, we'll have the next row, and probably the next row above that by the end of the day, is the hope. And it means that tomorrow, when we're here, we can get the last row on, get the panels done, and then we can look at running the DCs. Well, we can look at running the DCs, and then we can get the panels, unless we should just push them in the loft or something along those lines and run it through there. Not too sure on the route yet. Still got to figure that one out. But we're making good time. So yeah, we had our lunch. Just getting back up to it now. So we'll get a couple more shorts for you.
We've got less than an hour's worth of footage left.
Okay, next update. Got another row on. We're now halfway through mounting the second to last row. We've got a good bit more time left in the day as well, so we're hoping we'll actually have the roof side done. Luke's just up there now, he's mounting the brackets. I'll be up there in a moment grinding. We won't be far off. We should be pretty close today. So, you know, good spirits. Everyone's happy about that, because we're all getting a bit, well, both myself and Luke are definitely getting bored of being covered in dust. A nice clean change of pace to be quite definitely long sought after. Not far off now.
I've just locked Russell in here, he was giving me a bit of jib. So, let's let him out. Alright, mate? Did you enjoy your time in there, your time out?
Yeah, you know what they say about your own medicine. Tastes oh so bitter.
He locked me in here less than 30 seconds ago, let me out, walked straight in, so I shut the door and locked it behind him again.
My own bad,
So
really.
that's what he gets. Well, he won't guess what's just happened to me. He's just locked me in. If you're reading this, is my last will and testimony. Please send help.
Right then, so that's it for today. We've managed to get the rails up minus 1 row. That's going to be done tomorrow. So to list off what we've done today, we've done rails, half of 2, rails 3, 4 and 5. We've gotten a route planned for the DCs tomorrow. We've also taken out the old flue because that was all dead and was in the way of the panels, so the customer asked us to remove it for him. So that's been done, refelted, rebattened parts. A couple of broken tiles have been replaced. That's not the end of the world. Not much left to do now.
Good morning, guys. We're back on site today. It's a lovely Thursday morning. I say lovely. It's very light drizzle, a little bit of rain, so we've got extra safety precautions in today. We are trying to get this all sorted and get as much done outside as possible, because there is 2 holiday vets on the property and he wants the outdoor noise sorted so it doesn't disturb any of his customers, which is fair enough. Exactly. So got one more set of rails to go on up there, right across the top. One more set of rails. Connor's with me today and he's going to be running the DCs while I'm doing these, so lucky him. And then we'll take them back into the little plant room, get them all sorted there, so when we come back next time we can mount the inverter, mount the battery, get all the DCs tested and sorted, and then we can do our certification and everything. So going alright. Hopefully we'll get the panel sorted today, depending on the wind and how strong we're feeling. Right, hi there guys, sorry for all the wind noise. There's been a bit of a break in the rain today, so we're going to desperately try and get this last rail on. Me and Connor have been inside running the DCs, so you'll have video footage of that in a minute. We managed to get it into the plant room and we prepped, so whoever's going to come back next can get the fiberboard on and everything else. I'm currently up, scaffing out. Connor's here, give me a hand. Hey, wave, Connor. Hi guys, Luke today. It's coming to the end of the day, but I thought I'd just give you a quick walk through on how these brackets fit on the concrete tile type roof tiles. So what happens is we'll take a tile up, you get the tiles that look like this. So we'll take a tile up, try and find a roof truss, which is your A-frame, the top of your A-frame. So we'll find a roof truss there, and then these brackets sit, that's all your bolted holes. It gives you a bit more option, manoeuvrability to come away from the edge. So we'll find that. We've got these nice big long bolts that go in. They've got a rubber washer on there, which has got to be nice and tightly sealed to keep weatherproofing. And then what we'll do is, once they've sat like that, you can see these ones don't quite come to the edge of the tile. So we'll cut a small groove in the bottom of the tiles like that, and a notch for it to sit in. And then, as you can see, we've gone to what you were doing yesterday. That's how they come through there. So if you're ever interested in how it actually works, there you go.
Well, we've come to the end of another week. I've just been on the road to see the accountant, and I had a good meeting with her. And then I called in a job that I saw last week, Saturday morning it was. I saw it Saturday morning. It was a heating system not working. And what had happened is the contractor that did the house, wired the house, it was a new build, they'd put the relay board for the grant system outside and used the box it came with, which had a squash gland in the top and bottom. So the top one, I don't know what they'd filled it with, something. Anyway, it was letting water in. It wasn't on the wall properly, so the hole they drilled for the cables was letting water in. The board had just burnt out. So I jointed the call for the air source heat pump through on Saturday to get their heating on. So that worked, but then she rang me this morning to say it was tripping. I think the board had just got water in. It was still connected to the heat inside. So I went over there this morning. The part had come, the new EP, I think it's 002 board. Of course, it's only me in today. Boys are all off again, doing their 18th. I've heard from Jack and he has passed, so I hope Connor has too, and that'll mean all three are fully qualified now. Just need Luke to finish his MVQ. I think he's just there, and then that'll be done. So thanks for watching another week. We'll be back on regular uploads now. This will be on a Sunday. I think this will be your first up-to-date weekly video, so we're going to change them to episodes now rather than weeklies, because we have had a little bit of a gap and we're catching up now. So thanks for coming back, thanks for sticking with us. Please subscribe, because there's so much more to come. Lots has happened this week behind the camera, and there's lots of exciting stuff to share with you, but I can't share it just yet. So yeah, stick with us and see you next week.